Oh, I'm on time and prepared. I think this is going to be a good habit. So I'm going to do the intro, give YouTube time to notify people. If you're here for the replay crew, hello and welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Sometimes when you're watching beauty related content, you'll hear you have to use this brand or this tool or this technique. And I'm here to tell you that you don't. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self acceptance and self love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So I hope that resonates with you. That's the motto of the Crazy Troll Nation. And two things to know about me if you are new here. I do curse because sometimes I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do try to always be aware of it to say, excuse me. And so I think that covers all the housekeeping stuff. So I'm going to just kind of babble a little bit. Somebody did pop in and then they pop back out. So we're going to give YouTube time to do what it does because we're going to be swatching today. And I don't want to backtrack too much. So we're just going to see who shows up. But I'm glad whoever popped in and popped out did that because there's always like 15 seconds where I'm wondering like, I did make this public, right? Because one time I didn't and I realized it until later. And I'm like, why is nobody here? Because nobody ain't know. So I was just like, oh my goodness, that was, I'm not going to say I felt embarrassed. But it was like, one more thing I need to triple check, the same as the orientation. And so we're going to see where people are. Part of me wants to get started because I'm hungry. I did have breakfast. I'm ready for lunch. I'm making sauce again tonight. Um, and I thought I was going to have time to at least start it. So the sauce, well, I thought I was going to have time to fix it before this live stream, and I wasn't. Hey, Grace, you don't even hear, girl. So I'm just talking and making up stuff, waiting for people to come in because we're only just going to swatch this palette. It's only 9 shades. And so, that can be done quick. And I know if I start, we'll be done before people get here. But maybe that might not be a bad thing. I mean, I don't know. So I do think it'll go well with one of their other palettes. This is from Notoriously Morbid. I received NPR yesterday. And I do have a rebuke for myself, but I'm going to wait till people get here too. And I do have some good news. And so for now, though, how are you doing, Grace? I am excited about the project that I've been working on and the project that I posted, the members only post and members only video about. I am super excited. I did schedule that video, well, that live stream, and I also scheduled out the rest of my live streams for January. And one of my goals was to do live stream Monday and Thursday. So we're scheduled out for the rest of December for live streams, and I have 3 for February, but I didn't schedule those yet, so I'm just waiting to see because also some things might get changed because or shifted because swatching this tonight was not what the original live stream for tonight was. And so this came, I think today is the 20th. Happy Martin Luther King Day. This came on the 18th and it is available now. And so I'm like, let me just go ahead and do the swatches. Yeah, thank you. Same to you, like happy Martin Luther King Day. It's been a day. I've been selective with what I watch on YouTube because I wanted to celebrate the day and not get caught up in politics. So, and not that I'm really into politics. So, part of me thinks just go ahead and get started. Like, what do y'all say? I see somebody else popped in. Go ahead and do the swatches and get this over with and be done, or wait till there's more people here because I know someone's going to ask what's what or whatever, and then I'll have to backtrack. So, what do y'all say? Just go ahead and do it and be done, or just keep waiting. And then I was wondering also, yeah, this is my Zoom. Moving my ring light. I was wondering if, hey Tony, it's just you and Grace here, and I keep trying to stall for YouTube to notify people or whatever. But part of me does just want to get started. I forgot what I was saying that quick. I do that quite often. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was wondering if scheduling my lives ahead of time like that, because sometimes it's like 2 weeks ahead of time. I wonder if, I don't know, I wonder if that affects people knowing I'm here when the live does start. And I have been on time lately too, so I've been kind of wondering what that's about. But I don't know. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, the rebuke for myself is this is PR from Notoriously Morbid. It came on the 18th, and I think it was released on the 18th, and it is called Life and Death. And she did tell me this is another seasonal palette, and so that's why it's Life and Death. It's not, Tony. I told you I wasn't getting that palette. Because Embers to me looks like the bronze palette from Natasha. This could easily be that too. So I'm glad you're enjoying Embers. Did you use it yet, Tony? Because quite often it seemed like you're like, I didn't use such and such yet. Have you used your Embers yet? And so the rebuke for myself was, I remember in quite a few videos, I was saying how you're trying to. Well, that's good, Tony. That's good. I remember in a few videos that I said, I don't even know if I'm still on a team. Da, 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 da. And then when I did the ranking of my Notoriously Morbid palettes, and when I counted like all the PR palettes I have, they sent me, I have glitter on my lip. They sent me like 10 palettes last year. And I'm like, I need to just be grateful. And I was grateful for them. But part of me was like, I was feeling sad. Well, I was feeling kind of sad, like maybe I'm not still on a team. And it doesn't even matter in the sense that I'm not entitled to PR. So I had to correct myself and just be grateful for whatever PR I get. And because it's one of my favorite brands, I was just like, they've been releasing stuff. Like, I ain't getting that. But when I saw, hey, Sarah, so when I saw how many they did send me last year, I'm like, that's like a palette a month almost. 10 palettes, and I only been on their team since last year, 2024. So I had to correct myself, and I'm publicly confessing and correcting myself that I need to just chill out on that, and whatever happens happens. But she did email me and said that they were sending she said a seasonal palette, and she said there's a few more that's coming my way, and she'll let me know, and she'll send me the tracking number, which is great because mail doesn't come to my door unless it's like FedEx or what's the other one, something else. But yeah, so this came the 18th. It launched on the 18th. This is available now. I can't show you because I took a screenshot on my phone. But what I am excited about, y'all, when I did go on, I did order 2 liquid lipsticks from Notoriously Morbid. I wanted the dark blue and a dark green, and so I did order that. But when I went to the website, this is what I'm really excited about. A pop-up came up, a red rectangle, and it said, y'all, the TAT turnaround time. TAT means turnaround time. Their turnaround time now is 10 to 15 business days. I was staring at that like, am I seeing things? Because I remember a while ago they said they were going to make a change so that the turnaround time could be quicker, but it didn't happen. So when I went to the website, though, to get them lippies, it was a red pop-up square right in the middle of the screen on my phone. And I was just like, what? So now, and y'all see I'm excited about that because every time I talk about Notoriously Morbid, I'm like, wait till you want a few things because it's going to take like a month, 2 months, 3 months to get it. And I would always feel bad. And I was always extra grateful for those who use my code because I'm like, damn, it's going to take them like a long time to get their stuff. So I'm like, I don't need to feel bad anymore. I don't have to do that disclaimer anymore. Even though some stuff I still get within a week, even them coming down to 10 to 15 days, business days, doesn't count weekends, doesn't count holidays. I'm like, that is amazing. And so we're going to see if I get my lipstick in 10 to 15 business days. And if not, that's okay because I'm sitting corrected. I rebuked myself. I just need to chill out. I did pay for those though. And yeah, so I just got those 2 lipsticks and both of them are black based. So I'm like, I'm hoping that they're really the dark blue and the dark green that I want. But so this is the newest palette. Life and Death, and I didn't write down everything, well, type everything, because they have on their website for this what the meaning is, Life and Death, this being another one of their seasonal palettes, because in the winter things die, and then in the spring things come back to life. So that's the basic concept. This runs for The cost of this is $34.99, which is typical for their 9-pan palettes, but some are like $29.99. So I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, right, Tony? 3 months to 3 weeks, I'll take it. I was so excited when that popped up, and it's in a red block in the middle of the screen. So it's like you cannot miss it. You cannot overlook it. And I was just like, damn. So now, y'all, buy y'all stuff. Use my code. I have a lot of links down below. And so what I did was on this paper, the name of the palette, the price, and I typed out the name of the shadow and what it's described as. And I shifted today's live stream that we were going to do, I think, for next Monday. And we do have one for this Thursday. Because I'm like, I want to swatch this friggin' palette. And so I have the plastic thing that comes with it. That's where I do my label for the shade names. And this is when I opened it in the PAO date, this little one down here. So I'm able to look at that, see what the color says, and then look on my type up that I printed on what it's described as. And so this again is what the palette looks like. I like their packaging. I really do. I'm really just now looking at it, looking at it. I'm just like, I know I'm weird, right? And I was going to wait till the live stream to even open it. And I said, let me just check it first and just make sure. So these are the colors on the back. Yeah, right? And this, so she's alive, and this is death. And I was looking at whatever these little things are under the skull. Like these little, whatever this is. And the Notoriously Morbid name is inside the back. Yeah, they do packaging really well. But what I was tripping over was one of the palettes that I received, like the back didn't have anything except like this little thing down here. And I'm just like, which was strange. And this one didn't come with a sleeve. Some do, some don't. I don't know why. But the back, I like how they show you what the shifts should be. So I think this one doesn't look shifty, but for some reason I'm thinking that it might be. And so we see this has a shift and this one has a shift. Something's telling me this one does too, and maybe even that one. But we're going to see. And so I like the looks of this. This reminds me of, I think it was either Unearthly Aura or the Mary, I think it was Mary Mean one. The one that looked green, but when I swatched it, it had red in the center. This reminds me of that, even though it's not green and red, but just how like that looks. And so this is what, and this one does have a mirror, some don't. This is reflective, so I don't really know what to do about that. But I'm gonna just try and, I'm gonna hold it this way. This is what the palette looks like. I'm trying to get it where you can just see the shadows and not the glares. We just had it and then I lost it. Okay, we can do this. I think this is okay. This is pretty. And so what I was thinking of was that this might pair nicely with Season of the Witch Winter. And so I'm wondering if, what the hell? When y'all, when I closed it and then I opened it, there's shadow on this finger, my ring finger. There's shadow on my desk. This one right here, I think that's the one before that I was saying, I think is that one because it's purple. Like how you see over here was throughout the palette. Yeah, that one just fell out on my, some of it fell out on my desk. Shoot. Let me scoop that into my trash can before I put my elbow in it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just cleaning up my station. Oh, my gosh. I was like, what is that? And so Season of the Witch Winter, I'm wondering if they're going to do a Season of the Witch. Damn. You know, I do have a sponge tip, so I'm just going to press this down. Where's my cloth at? Because it is that purple shade that's doing that. So I'm just pressing it in. And even pressing it in, y'all, look at that. Yeah, this shade is soft. So I'm just pressing it in. And some of it fell off the... And when I tap the sponge tip over the trash can, like it is, like some is tapping off. Oh, man. And there is shadow falling out onto the mirror. Yeah, this purple shade is soft. I missed a comment. I'm going to go back and read it. This one right here, I just pressed it in. Look at that. So even though it looks like a light color, which it is, but this looks like it has a shift in it too, because this is looking darker blue than down here. But anyway, so I was thinking, let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, Goodwin. Watching YouTube with family. Okay, enjoy yourself. Hey, Locke, thanks for popping in. Locke, you missed it. Notoriously Morbid now officially has a TAT of 10 to 15 business days. I'm excited about that. So this is the new one, Life and Death. Or is it or death? And death. Life and Death. And this is Season of the Witch Winter. I'm like, these could be one palette. And at some point, I am going to pair my palettes. Exactly, like I was so excited when I opened up the webpage, a pop-up, a red rectangle popped up in the middle of the screen, and it said their TAT time. I was just like, so now I don't have to feel bad when I talk about Notoriously Morbid, like how long it takes. Because I used to always feel bad and always do my disclaimer, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Hey, Dawn. Dawn. I'm going to be saying this probably every 10 minutes, y'all, so forgive me. Notoriously Morbid's turnaround time now is 10 to 15 business days. So feel free to shop, use my code. So this is the new one I received in PR, Life and Death. And this is Season of the Witch Winter Edition. That iridescent packaging is throwing me off, but I like it though. Yeah, and I'm trying to hold it in a way where you can see the colors without it being like super, super bright. But I do think these would pair well. I can hold this one up, except this shade is soft and it falls out. So if you get this, well, it might be different for yours, if yours is still hand pressed or not. And I don't know if that's for new stuff or when they, like if you order something from like last summer, is that going to be under the new TAT? But I would think so, because it didn't say otherwise. But so I'm thinking these two will pair well together. And I'm just looking at it, but that's what I think. So we're going to get into swatching Life and Death. I really do have a new appreciation, which I know I've said before, for 9-pan palettes, because I used to not really care for them, but maybe I'm biased because this is one of my favorite brands. I don't know. Excuse me. So this shade, we're going to start here. It is upside down. This is Goddess of Spring, a golden green to aqua shift with tons of sparkle. And I want to show you the sparkles, but it is hard to do that. But you can see it's not just like a flat green. You can see there are like something in there. And so we're going to swatch that. And I'm holding it down. It's not fragile at all, which is great. So I am actually, excuse me if I heard that in my throat. We are actually swiping. And we're going to put that there. Ooh. Ooh. I see it. I should have did it smaller so I can do 1, 2, 3. I always start off kind of weird with swatches because I don't be thinking about it. I just be so excited to get started. I can see the green. I think I'm seeing green to gold. They're seeing gold and green, which is what I see, but I'm seeing like more gold here, more green here. But it's saying green, golden green to aqua shift. On the back end this way I see aqua, but not much. Not much. We're going to go to, it is pretty, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not seeing any aqua. I'm not. We're going to go to this shade right here in the center at the top, which is Dichotomy, a medium bubblegum pink matte. Alright, let's put on this medium bubblegum pink matte. We're going to do this one a little. This will be a nice transition shade for me. Or maybe to buff out lower lash line, because it's not a bold shade. But that is pretty. You know, I'm thinking of Janessa right now because she loves green and pinks together. And this first shade is kind of green and this one's kind of pink. This is a pretty palette. And this shade here, I can smell the glue. This is Asphodel Fields, a pastel yellow-green to pastel peach shift with orange and green shifting sparkles. Okay, so pastel yellow, green, and peach. That's this one. And this one is not fragile either, which is great. So we're going to put that here. I want to do a green and pink look one day. Hey, Dawn, you should record that. Anytime I start with a Dawn, you know that's what I'm going to say. This is pretty. So what is it saying? Pastel yellow green. Okay, I see the yellowish. Yeah, Dawn. I'm not holding my breath though, but I do really think you should, and I would love to see your videos. I'm really not seeing any orange. I'm not seeing any green, but I am seeing the pastel yellow green. I don't think I'm seeing any peach. No, I'm not. Alright, that sponge tip is done. Okay. I forgot to read what they say. Life and Death features a mesmerizing array of greens, purples, and pomegranate reds. That's what it says about this palette. I didn't copy and paste the whole thing. So now we're coming down here to this one, and this is Hades, which is hell, Trick. So this is Hades Trick, a cranberry red with gold and green shifting sparkles. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Make sure y'all thumbs up if y'all enjoy me painting my face in this way that I love to do. So this is Hades Trick. So is that like Hell's Hoe? Like Hell's Hoe? Like, is it a trick like I tricked you? Or is it like a trick like a hoe trick? All right, y'all. Let me... Oh, 2 people left. I'll be the left. That's not funny. They're like, what the hell is she babbling about? Wow. Oh my gosh. That's funny to me. Because I can't help but think of something I said. You know what I mean? Like, what did I say? But I know what I said. So thumbs up if y'all laughing. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is Hades Trick. And they both left at the same time. Like, instead of it going down 1 number, it just jumped down 2 numbers. I don't think they'll be back, because y'all know I be just coming out my mouth saying crazy stuff all the time. So this is Hades Trick, a cranberry red with gold and green shifting sparkles. I just see the cranberry red. And I think I made it long enough to see, to let the light roll off of it. I'm just seeing the cranberry red. But I do like that shade though. You know what? For those who use a shade to blend out a shade, put this one on and blend it out with that one. Do y'all see any shifts in that shade? This one. I'm not seeing any at all. And that's the one on the back that had that color in the middle. I'm not seeing this. Let's move on. We're going to go to this one, which I'm excited about because it's super dark. This one is pomegranate seeds, and it says a deep pomegranate pink shimmer. Okay, something ain't right. That is what it says on the back. Pomegranate seeds. It's described as, maybe they got it mixed up. It's described as a deep pomegranate pink shimmer. It may be. Let's see. Because I'm thinking that's what this one looks like. So let's see. So I am swiping it with the sponge tip. Thank you for being here, everybody. And we're going to put that right here. This is a pretty shade. They kind of look the same. So that just says deep pomegranate pink shimmer. I don't see any pink. I think this one is that description. I don't know. I don't know. Because to me, they even look the same. We're going to go back to the one before it. and put that here. And then we're going to put this one, the one in the center here. I just want to see how like they are. It is, okay, it is darker. Okay. On my forehead, though, it kind of looks the same. But it is darker. So this is this shade. Did I do it right? Yeah. This is this shade. This one over here on the end. Hades Trick. This one is pomegranate seeds. But if we keep blending it, oh yeah, I'm on the right side. If we keep blending it, and if we blend out this, well, let's see if we can build this one up. I'm thinking, yeah, these are pretty though. I love this. No, even building it up is still different, so that's good. So if you're into monochromatic looks, first half of the lid, second half of the lid, buff it out with that, with this shade right here, which is right here. So that's an easy look right there. All right, now for this green. Ooh, it's not even green. It's a type of a green. It says wait a minute, dioptase or dioptase. Dioptase, a green leaning teal matte, and that is what it looks like, because it doesn't look just like green. And so I'm glad that none of these are fragile. This is what this one looks like. That's this shade. Happy Martin Luther King Day to those of you who came after I said that earlier. This is pretty. I can smell the glue. This is pretty. And again, if you want monochromatic, tear duct, lid, and put this on outer corner. So now we're going to come down to this one. This one is Secrets of the Dead. I don't know what the secret, I don't want to know the dead's secrets. So we're going to put this here. Tonight is different, y'all, because people keep coming in and going. Usually people come and they stay, but the numbers are going. And I'm not complaining. It's just, I'm just observing. It's just an observation. The numbers keep jumping back and forth, which is okay. That just usually doesn't happen. So that's that shade, and it's described as a purple leaning burgundy matte. I just see purple. This is a pretty palette. Now we're going to come to this one here, and this one is Underworld Epithet. Epithet. I think it's epithet. It's not a th at the end. Epithet, I think. Underworld Epithet. That's what we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call it here. And this is described as a silver shimmer with a slight purple hue. Yeah, it is, Sarah. It is pretty. I agree. That don't look purple to me. What? What's a silver shimmer with slight purple hue? Okay. I'm seeing like a light blue. In the mirror down here, it looks like a bluish purple, like a light blue purple down here. I'm seeing more of the purple than the silver, but y'all know my eye perceives color different than other people, so y'all might be seeing what it says. But that's what that looks like. That's pretty. That is pretty. So that sponge tip is done. Did I waste one? Because we got one shade left. No, we're right, because each one has 4 sides, and so that's 8. I know you're going to give that palette a nice workout. Yeah, I'm going to start busting out looks this week. I started a Halo series today, so this is my Halo look for today. But yeah, we're going to break up the series because y'all know I want to dig into this. And this one is Between Worlds. And this is described as, let me cover up that light patch. This is a super sparkly pink and blue shift. Best results with a tacky primer, which to me is a Fenty primer. But we're going to see how this works with the sponge tip. You know, I like how they put, oh, y'all, it's just sparkle. I see why they said that. Because I swiped it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do one of these numbers. And of course, I don't have a primer over here with me. Oh, this, all right, let's see. Uh, y'all know this is making me think of whatever palette that was, that the shade right here, it was almost unusable. All right, wait a minute. This, and I am swirling. Right here, I see purple looking this way, but where I look where you are, it looks different. What does it say? Super sparkly pink and blue shift. This is not, and it's looking shiny. Let me try a lipstick applicator. Wait a minute. All right, so some is scraping up, but it's not adhering to the lipstick applicator. So what we're going to do, that which we scraped up, and you probably can't see it, we're going to press into, we're trying to press it into the sponge tip, but it's not. It's just like evening itself back out on what's already in here. So there is a couple flakes in here from the sponge tip, from the lipstick applicator. So I'm trying to get it onto, you see a light blue? Yeah, when I look where I'm looking now, I see purple. When I look up here, I see blue. I'm trying to get one of the flakes onto the sponge tip. I think this might be one of them shades, y'all. Shit. Like, this doesn't want to come to the party. Like, it is not coming up. I was trying to, I think this is going to be like that other shade. So I'm scraping some up. So you see, you might not be able to see it, but I'm scraping some up. If you see that little mountain in there. Damn. Now let me see if I can press it into the sponge tip. It is not pressing in. Okay, so I got a chunk on here. I don't have anything to wet it with, Tony. I'm at my desk. Y'all, oh shit, it's falling out on my desk. This is one of them shades. You got to get the chunk on and then smear it. Okay, that, I might use this one like how I use that other one. Just use that really dense pointed, is that a crown brush? I'm not sure. But the same brush that I used for the other one to put it on lower lash line, because this is too much work. And even getting it on, getting the flakes, like I can flake it up, but then it still doesn't want to press into the sponge tip, which means it's not going to want to press into a regular brush either, because the sponge tip is more dense than a brush. So the key is, it's still just like not, and that looks more like a darker blue. So now, and it flaked out on my desk. This is what was on my desk, y'all. This flake right here. And it will not blend out. Maybe because it was just that one little tiny flake. If I got that palette, I would scoop it out with one of your singles. Yeah, I don't even think wetting it would help because it's not picking up. And sponge tips are kind of dense. And this is my go-to if I want to amplify a shade. So for it not to pick up on there, I know it's not going to pick up on a brush. But I do know, and I can probably do that with the other one too, but like I was saying with that other shade, I don't want to have to scrape it, put the brush in and put it on, scrape it, put the brush in and put it on. That's what I would need to do with this. Or just use, well, I would use a spoolie instead, because I can wash them and use it versus using one of these every time. And after every use, well, every look, throw it away. Every look that I use to shadow it, throw it away. But this does... And it didn't even pick up on here. And shadows do pick up on lipstick applicators, but this it didn't. But you would need something, if yours is like mine. And I don't know if this was the new formula or new whatever for the shorter TAT, or if this was hand pressed. But if this is hand pressed, yours may be different. Yeah, so that's, yeah, so this is flaking it up, making it flake. But then picking up the flake. Picking up the flake and getting it on, and you can see a chunk. And then one of those pat shades, I think it was in the summer, was it a sunlit seduction? I think it was. I had to get the flake on, so you see that chunk, and then smear it. And so I do know some shadows you have to do that. So it depends on how much I want to use it and like how far I want to do. Like I wouldn't put this all over the lid because that would be too much back and forth. But for just inner corner or using that dense brush and using it for, I don't use my fingers for makeup toning. For me, the sponge tip applicators mimic a finger application. And yeah, so if you get one and yours is like this, let me know. I do not use my fingers for makeup. That's why I use sponge tips instead. It is very pretty though. It is very pretty. And it's described again as super sparkly pink and blue shift. So even though they're saying use a tacky primer, if it's not going to go on, the primer doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So this would be just my tear duct area. Excuse me. Or just use that brush and put it underneath this one shade. So, but at least we know, and it's flaking everywhere. Excuse me. So at least we know, though, for me, how to work mine. Hopefully yours will be different, whoever gets this. So this is Life and Death by Notoriously Morbid, their newest release. And this is what the shades look like. These two up here look very similar, but they're not. Those are those two. I do like the color story, and it definitely is, I don't know, they're saying array of greens, purples, and pomegranate. I'm only seeing, this I see a gold, this I see a greenish gold, and then this green. So we got 3 greens. This to me, I do see blue. It says pink and blue shift. So here I do see pink, over here I do see blue. So that one does show up like it says. This one, silver shimmer with slight purple hue. And what other one I didn't see the shift? Hades Trick. This one says cranberry red with golden green shifting sparkles. I don't see the shifting sparkles in this shade right here. But it is a very pretty palette. I would imagine, because y'all know people love monochromatic looks, I would imagine if someone gets this palette, they would put these 3 on the lid. Because if you're going to go in order of depth, first part of the lid, center lid, outer corner, and transition shade. And maybe this for tear duct. That's what I see. Or using these shades right here. Or a one and done. Put this all over the lid and use this as a liner, which is 2 shades actually. So there are a few looks in here. Y'all know I'm not going to do it like that. But we're going to see. And what I'm thinking of now is Madame Violet, because that's like reds and purples. Well, reds, violets, yeah, purples. You would have to rearrange. I wish they were magnetic, but they're not. And I don't want to destroy my palette just for one. Yeah, this is like that other one, y'all. It's not. And you see how it's shiny like that in the center? I think it's hard pan. It's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. But I do know how to use it, which is good. So that is it, y'all. This is the palette. I'm going to do looks later this week, which means they'll probably be posted next week. Because I might do probably 2 looks, 1 each eye, because it's only 9 shades. Yeah, so maybe that'll be out this week. I don't know. Because I think we have stuff scheduled for this week already. So, y'all, that is it. Let me see if I missed any comments. I don't think I missed any comments. So this is going to be our shortest one ever. And I'm hungry, so that's good. I'm going through comments again. Sarah Tomash, you know I'm going to give this palette a nice workout. Most of my collection, y'all, is Notoriously Morbid. What's really cool, though, is I have like an equal number of PR and ones that I purchased. Because sometimes when people get PR, like, they don't buy anything from that brand. And so, and in that sense, I do enjoy not getting every palette because I got to use my credit for something. And I do thank y'all and appreciate when y'all use my code. So, yeah, that iridescent packaging, it throws me off too, like, I'm backtracking. I was looking at comments again. Because I can't really just, like, hold it up like this one. Let me be weird at purple. and be like, here's the colors, because then it's kind of difficult to see the colors. It's good that you support them. Yeah, it's one of my favorite brands. It started with Mothman, Beans and Booty, and I've been in ever since. And I like them because they're different. You know, they are my vibe. Um, but yeah, so, and I just ordered the 2 lipsticks I told y'all about, and they're both black based. So I'm excited because I'm like, okay, this is really gonna be a dark blue and a dark purple. And I did have 2 dark blue and a dark green, excuse me. And I did have 2 green ones in my cart. One was a dark green shimmer, and I was like, do I really want a shimmer? Because most of my liquid lipsticks are mattes, and so I'm kind of just used to it. And so I took that one out the cart because then too I was thinking, what if they look similar? Then what's the point? You love the iridescent packaging. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it when I'm looking at it, but I don't like it for when I do swatches or try to show you, because I don't want, like this right here, that's too much. I don't want to blind y'all. Like I can't just be like, hey, here's the shades, and then I'm kind of aware of what the ring light is doing to it. And even like how this line is right here, if that's over a shadow, like you're not, how are you really seeing the shadow? But it's definitely different. What I just thought about just now is they do different things, and we do know that. Pat McGrath motherships are all the black lacquer. We know Natasha, you know, whatever it looks like on the outside, but the primary, not the primary color, but the main color of the palette, that's what's inside. And so I'm thinking of Notoriously Morbid. Some are in iridescent, and then some are in the black. Some have a sleeve, and some don't. So I'm just like, so I kind of wonder, like, how do they decide, like, what's what? Like, I don't know. And it's fine with me, because anything 9-pin that I look at when I look at my 9-pins, it's most likely going to be Notoriously Morbid. So I do like that they're the same size, except that older palette. I think it was Gold Dust Woman. That one was a little bit bigger, and a little bit wider, not by much, but maybe like the other ones were here and this one's here, and you know, it was a little bit longer. And that one didn't have a mirror, but I just think it's interesting. And I saw Sarah just said something. Maybe you can try the flake on your lips. Maybe I can try the flaky one on my lipsticks when they come, since you didn't get the sparkle. And usually I don't want sparkle on my lip. But if I were to do a sparkle, I would use a shadow instead of a gloss, because when I use a gloss, I have one on top of the lipstick now. I tend to just put the gloss in the center, because if I put the gloss all over, it's going to break down the matteness of the lipstick, and then it'll bleed more. But you know what? I'm going to do that now. Let's see. So I'm going to scrape some up with the... I got so quiet. So y'all see this flake like right here. And we're going to try to pick it up with the sponge tip. The thing is that it won't probably spread out. Let's see. So we have a chunk on here. And let me lean over my cloth here. And so, wait, is this one lip safe? Because they do tell you which ones aren't lip safe. There's 1, 2, 3 that are not lip safe. Okay, this is Between Worlds. It's lip safe. It's too late now. Watching one of Katie's videos before, she was saying, these aren't lip safe, but I use them on my lips. And I appreciate how she said they're not, even though she still did it. You know what I'm saying? Because other people might have an issue with that. Well, meaning their skin or their lips might not like it. There's a flake right over here. And I can't get it off. So let's just bring this all the way over. So this does... Oh, Sarah, that's pretty. Sarah! I'm going to use this for that. I'm flaking up some more. Oh my gosh. And it's making a little hole in here where I keep flaking up the shadow. Sarah, that is pretty. So we got a flake. And when I first press it, like, it stays. Then I just gotta... And if it goes somewhere I don't want it to, I'm out of luck, because it's not going to want to move. Well, unless I do something like that. Sarah, this is pretty. I am so glad you said that. Oh, this is a lipstick applicator, but this don't. Yeah, this is just moving a chunk. So let me go back to the sponge tip. Sarah, this is pretty. Thank you for saying that, because I wouldn't have tried it. I need it even though, so I see like one chunk like right here. Oh my god. I gotta make sure I blend it out. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna be using this one for that. This is taking me some time though, but damn, this is pretty. This is pretty. This is pretty. Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that, Sarah. So what do y'all think? Y'all like this lip? This is pretty. And I don't think I've seen any glosses that look like this. So here you see the color underneath, like that reddish coming through, reddish brown, whatever. And when you turn that blue, I am loving this lip. Messy. I'm over my cloth, which I'm going to shake over the trash can over here. Y'all, I love this. I love it. I love that. Ooh, over a black. All right, y'all. Over a black lipstick. For a particular eye look though, because this don't go with this at all. But I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad that I tried that, because this is gorgeous. And I know what to do. Scrape it up with the lipstick applicator, and then try to get it when I try it, but then get it on the sponge tip and smear it. Because it does blend out nice. But for the lip, I have to make sure to blend it thoroughly, because otherwise, like, it'll be like one super shiny spot from the fleek. Yo, this lip is pretty. And the palette is pretty. And I am one day going to pair that with this one, because looking at the color stories, this didn't come with a plastic thing in it. So that's why I put the labels on a piece of paper. So some come with the plastic paper, some don't. Some come in black, some are iridescent. Some come with a mirror, some don't. Some come with a sleeve, some don't. But you know, it's nice to keep me guessing. So when she told me something's coming, I'm like, I wonder what it's going to look like. Oh, yeah, the center of a black lip. I'm trying to think of what eye look that would go with. But I'm definitely one day going to pair Life and Death with Season of the Witch Winter. I'm loving this lip. And even if no makeup on, even just putting this on like it is now, that would look nice. Because it's not like boom pow, but it's like, what color is that? And because it's not a gloss, it's not going to disturb the lipstick underneath. And it's not glittery, it's not chunky. It feels like nothing there. And it's not going to disturb the mattness of the liquid lipstick. That just kind of say that in a different way, probably. Okay, we're going to go, because I feel like I'm talking in circles now, but this, over a black lip. I'm trying to think, do I have a chapstick, a lip gloss this color? But I really don't think so. I really don't. That is pretty. All right, I'm gonna go, y'all, because I'm just sitting here staring at my lips. So thank you, y'all. Make sure y'all thumbs up. We're scheduled the rest of the month for lives for January. I had mentioned that earlier, so if y'all missed it, that we are scheduled for that. So if you want to go onto my channel page, and you can go and just click for it to notify you, like find it live and click for it to notify you, unless your notifications for me are on, which I kind of don't recommend because I upload almost every day, so that would be like a lot, I think. But this lip is gorgeous. So it reminds me of a Pat McGrath gloss. It looks like this in a tube, but when I put it on, it don't look like this. I'm just like, why the tube? It looks so pretty. I think it was the Astral something or other because it looked blue and purplish, but when I put it on, it didn't. Yes, no longer buys. Thank you, Dawn, for reminding me that by saying everybody have a good night, because then I'm like thinking of other stuff. But thank you all for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. I have videos going up this week, except for Thursday, because we'll be back for a live. This look, I don't know when it's gonna, not, shit. I don't know when I'm gonna air it because I have other stuff already scheduled, but we're gonna see. But I think I'm gonna just do 2 looks, one on each eye to start with, just to get the shades on and so y'all can see a look. Well, 2 looks. But so that's going to be that. So again, this is $34.99 if you're interested in it. TAT is 10 to 15 business days. I'm excited about that. And so we're going to go. Everybody have a good night. You will see me soon. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. Yes, Dawn, game over. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.